So the total people here present are 97 and 11. Okay, fine. We'll worry about that later. All of you are able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay. Please write down today's heading. Point array of 2-point sources. 2-point sources supplied with current equal magnitude but opposite phase. Equal magnitude but opposite phase. All of you are able to see? Beena, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Equal magnitude, opposite phase. So far we have done in phase. So now we are doing opposite phase. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Fine. What will be this angle, Purva Chandra Prakash? 5. Okay. This is your point source A1. This is your point source A2. This is your center point. So I will take the reference point right at the center at this case. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll take at the center of array. So at a distant point P, you have to find the electric field due to point source A1 and point source A2. This distance is your d by 2. This distance is your d by 2. This distance is again d by 2. Okay. The entire distance d, this is your entire distance d, assume is equal to lambda by 2. Assume is equal to lambda by 2. Okay. So total electric field, so this is your center of the array, call this as point O. So this is 2-point sources supplied with current equal magnitude and opposite phase. A reference point taken at the center of the array. Reference point taken at the center of the array. This is your total electric field E total is equal to E1 plus E2. So I can write this as E naught e raised to the power j psi by 2. Okay. Now, in the normal case, what I should write next equation, Purva Chandra Prakash, what will be E2?
So the E2 is E2 E naught
Very good. Tell me. E naught
into e power minus j
j?
psi by 2.
Okay. You remember one wave coming to you, one wave going away from you. Apart from that, psi by 2 is distributed this side. Another psi by 2 is distributed this side. It depends on which side you consider. Now, when it is applied with currents equal amplitude and equal phase, here you will get plus sign. When it is applied with equal amplitude and equal phase, here you will get a plus sign. You got my point? This will be your plus sign. Now, in this case, it is applied with equal magnitude but opposite phase. So, what I should get here? Opposite phase. What I should get here? Beena, guess. Mahima.
Minus, sir.
Minus.
Excellent. So this yes, very good. So when it is opposite phase, the only difference in the derivation is you will get here minus. You got my point, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This minus indicates current is supplied in opposite phase. Current is supplied with opposite phase. The current is supplied with opposite phase. This minus sign indicates the current is supplied in with opposite phase. If it is same phase, then it will be positive sign. If same phase, then it will be positive sign. Got my point, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So what will be the next step, Purva Chandra Prakash? E naught, I will take it outside, multiply and divide by 2. E raised to the power j psi by 2 minus e raised to the power minus j psi by 2 whole divided by 2. Multiply and divide by 2. This is your total electric field, E total. Supplied with currents equal amplitude and opposite phase. This is your ET. What will be this, sir?
Sine phi by 2.
Excellent. 2 E naught sine psi by 2. You put okay, 1 minute. You have to multiply and divide by 2j. Then only you will get sine psi by 2. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
This mistake I had done. So this will be 2j E naught sine psi by 2. So this is your total electric field, E total. Okay. Now with this, for the same thing, what will happen if I take the reference point at the source A1? What will happen if I take the reference point at the source A1? So one small exercise for you. This is just to test your mathematical skills. Assume reference point as source A1. So Purva Chandra Prakash, what will be E total then? If I take this as reference point A1.
E naught.
You can do it. Tell me. Come on.
E naught
Excellent.
minus
Ah.
E naught
Ah.
e power minus j psi by 2.
Psi by 2.
Psi, sir.
Why you have to put minus? No. You can as well put j psi.
Okay.
There are see, he assumed this is minus sign here. This will be a plus sign. So here nothing is there. Raised to the power nothing is there. It is 1. So this is insignificant because there is no phase term. So the entire phase you can take to one side. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
So how I can solve this? Take E naught outside. This will be 1 minus e raised to the power j psi. This is assume reference point at the source A1. So this will be again multiply and divide by 2 and take e raised to the power minus j psi by 2 outside. So what will be this? E raised to the power j psi by 2 minus e raised to the power minus j psi by 2 divided by 2. Okay. Then to get the similar thing like this, multiply and divide by 2j. Multiply and divide by 2j. So what you will get? 2j E naught e raised to the power minus j psi by 2 into e power j psi by 2 minus e power minus j psi by 2 whole divided by 2j. So what you will end up getting here is 2j into E naught e power minus j psi by 2 into sine of psi by 2. Is it correct, Purvachandra Prakash?
Yes, sir.
So this I can write as this is your total electric field E total. This is your ET. So this I can write as 2j E naught sine psi by 2 at an angle minus psi by 2. Agreed? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Saurav, you are there. Morning, you are not there.
No, sir. Actually, there was some internet issue, so I joined 2 minutes late.
What was the problem?
Some internet issue at my end, sir.
Okay. Now, please remember 2 point sources supplied with currents equal magnitude and opposite phase. Point sources taken at the center of the array and point source taken as the source A1 itself. So you can also do with the source A2 itself. Now we have to find what is your maxima direction and the minima direction, assuming reference point at the center of the array. Shall we do maxima direction?
Yes, sir.
Maxima direction. Sine, what I should equate to? This equation you take sine psi by 2 equate to sine psi by 2 equate to
Plus or minus 1.
very good. Sine psi by 2 in case of 2 point sources supplied with currents equal magnitude, equal phase, what did you equate that to? That is for your equal magnitude, equal phase. That one you equate to cos psi by 2. That is what you got in the derivation. Equal magnitude, opposite phase, what you will get end up sine psi by 2. Is it clear for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sine psi by 2. Vignesh, are you there? Plus minus 1. Okay. Now, with respect to psi, what is psi?
Beta d cos phi.
Beta d cos phi. Very good. What is beta?
2 pi
2 pi
by
by
lambda.
okay. What I should take d as lambda by 2. Please substitute in the above equation. Please substitute in the above equation. So this will become sine of psi by 2 will be equal to pi by 2. Okay. So if you substitute the whole thing, cos phi max, this is for the maxima direction, is equal to plus minus 1. Agreed? Agreed, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Pi
Next
by
question,
2.
sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
sir, can you go
Tell me.
above, sir? Assume reference as a center point source A1, sir. Can you
What?
show that, sir, once?
Which one?
Still above, sir. Taking e power outside. Yes, sir. This one. Here only, sir. Sir, there e power j psi by 2, no, sir. Minus will not come.
Where? Where?
Down, sir. This equation, sir. 2j e naught e power plus j, sir.
E power. Oh, here it should be plus. That's what
Plus
you are telling.
j psi by 2. Yes, sir.
1 second. Here, if it is plus, if I multiply. No, correct, ba. See, if you multiply this, what happens? 1. If you multiply this, what happens?
Okay, sir.
Wait. Here, if I put minus j psi, now will it be correct? Just to see here. Now will it be correct?
Yes, sir.
Just check that. So your point was correct there. Very good. Okay. Now shall we go back to here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Plus minus 1. This is equal to plus minus 1. Okay. So what that will be equated to?
So sine inverse plus or minus 1.
Correct. Here sign is there. Okay. This is what I was seeing. Something is wrong. Okay. Okay. So what this will become is pi by 2 cos pi max is equal to plus minus sine inverse of plus or minus 1. Correct. You're right. So will the this will be equal to pi by 2. So in simple ways, cos phi max, this will be here pi by 2. This is equal to pi by 2. So pi by 2 get cancelled. Cos of phi max is equal to 1. So your phi max, maximum direction will be 0 degree or 180 degree. In the previous case, what was the maximum direction? 90 degree or 90 degree or?
270 degrees.
Very good. Now find out the minima direction. How do I find minima direction? How do I find minima direction?
Sine phi by t is equal to 0.
Very good. So what you will end up getting is sine of pi by 2 cos phi minimum is equal to 0. Right? So your pi by 2 cos phi minimum is equal to 0. So what is your phi minimum? 90 degree or 270 degree. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Agreed, Purvachandra.
Yes, sir.
Now half power point direction. What I should equate this to? Half power point direction.
Plus or minus 1 by root 2.
Half power point direction, that is sine of psi by 2 is equal to plus or minus 1 upon root 2. So what you will end up getting, sine of pi by 2 cos phi minimum is equal to plus or minus 1 upon root 2. So you are
Cos phi h half power point direction.
sorry. This I should write as half power point direction. This is equal to your 1 upon root 2. Thank you, Purvachandra Prakash. You're really very much active in the class. 5 by 2 cos of pi of half power point direction. This will be your pi by 2. That will be sine inverse of 1 upon root 2. So that will be equal to pi by 4. So your phi of half power point direction will be 60 degree or 120 degree. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll draw the radiation pattern. So what will be the maximum direction, ba? Just now we have found.
0 degrees or 180 degrees, sir.
So this is your maximum direction, phi max. What is the minimum direction? 90 and
270.
270 degrees.
this is your phi minimum. So similarly, this will be your phi minimum. Again, this will be your phi maximum direction. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So what will be the radiation pattern is, draw a nice H shape in the region of 0 and 180 degree. So I'm not able to draw an exact H shape here, so you have to basically draw an H shape here. You'll get something like this. This should be both of equal amplitude, so that's what I'm trying to do. Something like this. So both should be of equal amplitude. So your half power point direction will be 60 degrees, will be somewhere here. So now this is now what is the important thing to be understood is, if you go to the previous class, where was the maximum direction? 90 degree and 270 degrees. Now if you come to this class, where is the maximum direction? Where is the maximum direction?
0 degrees and 180 degrees, sir.
Okay. So now what is the what do you understand by this? What do you understand? What is the takeaway? What is the takeaway? If you have 2 point sources, now listen very carefully. If you have 2 point sources, okay, you have 2 point sources. Till now we have done only about 2 point sources. If you have 2 point sources which are supplied with currents, listen very carefully, of equal amplitude. Both are equal amplitude. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Both are supplied with currents of equal amplitude of same phase. This is your case one. This is your first case what we have done. So what happens to the maxima direction? 90 degree or 270 degree. What happens to the minima direction? Dina? 0 degree or
180
180
degrees.
degree. What happens to the half power point direction? Purva Chandra?
60 or 120.
60 or 120. Now this is for the same phase. You get maxima 90 degree or 270 degree, 0 degree or 180 degree, 60 degree or 120 degree. Arrays which are formed like this, wherein maxima direction is at 90 degree or 270 degree, are known as broadside array. BOARD, broad side array. These are known as broadside arrays. Remember that, broadside arrays. Whenever the word broadside comes, they are supplied of magnitude, equal amplitude, and equal phase. These are known as broadside arrays. Sorry, one small spelling mistake here. I do sometimes small spelling mistakes. So broadside, BR, broad side arrays. Okay. Whenever they are supplied with currents of equal magnitude, equal phase, they are known as broadside arrays. And where will be the maxima direction?
90 or 270
90
degrees.
or 270 degrees.
90 or 270 degrees. So these are known as your broadside arrays. I am again and again telling you, broadside arrays means they are supplied with currents equal magnitude and equal phase. These are known as your broadside array. Okay. Now, if you do one small arrangement of broadside array, what will happen is, suppose you have many point sources. A1, this is your point source A2, and this is your point source A3, and this is your point source A4. All are separated by a distance D. All are separated by a distance D. This is your maximum direction. This is your maximum direction, and all are separated this one. So where will be the radiation coming in this maximum direction? Perpendicular to the length. Okay, please write down broad side array, BROAD, BROAD, broad side array. All of you are writing down?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I'm just writing now what is a broad side array. It is one of the most important form of array which is used in practice. Which is used in practice. Okay. In this type of array, in this type of array, and array elements are placed parallel to each other, and the direction of maximum radiation is is always perpendicular to the plane containing the elements. The direction of maximum radiation is always perpendicular to the plane containing the elements. That is, your maximum radiation is directed perpendicular to the line of the axis. Radiation pattern is always bidirectional. Please remember, radiation pattern is always bidirectional. Okay. Next, we come to a situation. This is your broadside array. You have 2 point sources supplied with currents equal amplitude, opposite phase. When it is supplied with opposite phase, what happens? Which is the maximum direction?
0 degrees to 180 degrees.
Huh?
0 degrees or 180 degrees.
Purva Chandra, minimum direction?
90 degree or 270 degree.
90 degree or 270 degrees. Off power point direction remains the same, 60 degrees or 120 degrees. Okay. Now this kind of array formation is known as your end fire array. This kind of your array formation is known as your end fire array. Now what happens in the end fire array is, you have this array elements, this appears better. My screen is visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So I'll call this as array A1, this I will call as array A2, and this I will call as array A3. The distance between the array is your D. So this distance is D. This distance is D. Okay. Now your maximum radiation, what will happen is, it will be in this direction. Understood? Along the axis. So this will be the direction of maximum radiation. So this will be your direction of maximum radiation. This will be a direction of maximum radiation. All of you are clear? All of you are clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts so far? Any doubts so far?
No, sir.
Now you can see in this array element, this is your end-fire array. So I'll just tell you, end-fire array is very similar to broadside array insofar as arrangement of antenna is concerned. Please write down instead of me writing down once again. This is very simple. All of you, please write down end-fire array. It is very similar to. Broadside array. It is very similar to broadside array. It is very similar to broadside array. Insofar as arrangement of antenna is concerned. Okay, but unlike broadside array, the direction of maximum radiation is along the axis, not perpendicular to the axis. Direction of maximum radiation is along the axis. This is known as your end-fire array. This is known as your end-fire array. Direction of maximum radiation is along the axis containing the elements. Along the axis containing the elements. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Okay. Now, very important point to note is whether you are broadside array or end-fire array, your antenna arrangement remains the same. So, suppose I give you one question based on our discussion so far. You are given with 5 array sources, and the radiation pattern should be in a direction perpendicular to the axis at 90 degree and 270 degree. So, current will be supplied with equal amplitude. What you should do with the currents? What you should do with the currents?
And same magnitude, I guess.
Okay. Rainak Sharma, answer. What you should do with the currents? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Mahima, tell me, what you should do with the currents?
So the magnitude of current should be equal, sir, for each point source antenna.
Yes. Suppose you are given with an array of 4 array elements, and the direction you are required to you have to design the antenna such that the direction is in the plane perpendicular to the array containing the elements. So what will be the direction of what I should do with the currents? Purva Chandra.
So it should be same, sir.
It should be same. So suppose I want the direction along the axis. What I should do with the currents?
Opposite phase.
Yes. So now you don't have to physically change the antenna direction. This is very important. Please see here. Suppose you have some antenna like this. Okay, this is your antenna. If you have to radiate like this, what you should do? Supply currents with equal amplitude and equal phase. Suppose you want to radiate the current in the opposite direction, that is along the axis, what I should do? Inverse the phase. Supply currents with equal amplitude and opposite phase. Is it clear? This is the very important takeaway from today's class. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, we will be doing array of n point sources in the next class. So I will just read out some of the VTU questions which are asked very regularly. Please listen carefully. Derive an expression and draw the field pattern of for isotropic point sources, that is nothing but array of 2 point sources for same amplitude and same phase. Same amplitude and same phase, that is your broadside array, same amplitude and same phase. So take the origin at the center also, take the origin at the source also, if they have not asked it, depending upon the marks. If it is a 4-mark question, take the origin at the center and finish it. Or I will specify in the question, take the origin at the source as well as at the center. Next question, derive an expression for field intensity for 2 isotropic point sources with equal amplitude and equal phase. Same. Derive an expression for field intensity. Only derive an expression, no need to draw this one. So maxima, minima direction, you need not find. Derive an expression for total electric field in case of 2 isotropic point sources with same amplitude and same phase. Plot the field pattern for 2 isotropic point sources placed lambda by 2 apart. Lambda by 2 apart is nothing but your distance d. That we have already done. Obtain the field pattern of 2 point sources situated symmetrically with respect to the origin. The 2 point sources are fed with currents equal amplitude and phase signal. Assume the distance between the sources lambda by 2. These are the various English patterns they ask for the question. So you need not get so panicked about it. Okay. Derive an expression for array of 2 point sources of same amplitude and opposite phase. Also determine its maxima minima direction. This is nothing but your end fire array. So you have to be very clear which array you are doing. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So as of now in this class, it is showing an attendance of 102 plus in this class another 11 people are present. Another 11 people including me and including myself. So what we'll do is